What really changed in Kyle Richards' marriage? Hey everyone, it's Hannah Fletcher. Welcome back to Shared News. Let's talk about what we know in regards to Kyle Richards and her marriage that ultimately ended up not working out with Mauricio Umansky. Now, as you guys know, there is a very popular podcast in the Bravoverse called Bravo's Hot Mic Podcast. And basically, Alex Baskin, the host of the show, sat down with Kyle Richards to really get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly took place in the marriage, ultimately ending it between her and Mauricio Umansky. Now, we're finding out a bit more insight in particular as to what went down. Now, apparently, the show, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, this filming had nothing to do with it. That is what Kyle is saying. I was personally a little bit surprised when I found that out myself, just because I feel like, Kyle's been filming for all of these seasons. She's been the only one on the show for this amount of time. I'm surprised that the show hasn't had anything to do with it directly. I'm glad, but I'm just surprised. Anyway, Mauricio was always very supportive of her when it did come to filming and The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in general. What seemed to really take a toll was the idea of the growing attention, fame, and the money. She found that a combination of fame and attention was one thing, but then it seemed like even Mo being a great dad really garnered the attention of a lot of others as well. Again, this is all in accordance to what Kyle is saying. It also seems as though not making the marriage an absolute priority definitely took its toll as well. It just seems like it's really a combination of growing attention, fame, money, and not making the marriage a priority. Kyle did mention that she traveled a lot, obviously for work at certain times, and she couldn't be there, especially even at certain events because of the fandom for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and for obviously all of the photographers that would be at these events that she would want to go to with Mauricio, but she couldn't. It seems like a lot of this is really what's to blame for the marriage ending the way that it did between the two. Now, obviously, they're civil, they're amicable, they share a wonderful amount of children together, all of these gorgeous girls. And again, I'm just a little perplexed when it comes to this because I do think that Kyle personally is 100% telling the truth. What I think we're not hearing, it's the details, right? I think that we're hearing like, yes, this is technically what happened, but obviously she's not divulging the details on the podcast. There were a lot of rumors, obviously, with Mauricio and his Dancing with the Stars partner when he was on Dancing with the Stars several years ago now. We saw that those two might end up being together. We've seen murmurs throughout The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills where there's a lot of alluding to the idea that maybe Mauricio has been interested with other girls through DMs and things like that. So I'm half wondering if that's what Kyle is basically getting at when she mentions the idea of attention and garnering the attention of other people. But this is what Kyle said. We just have to let it be what it is. And the fact that she's really starting to come out of her shell and talk about it more and more now, I'm sure fans are very much a fan of that as well. Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you guys give this video a like if you haven't already. Click the subscribe button and turn your notifications on. That's clicking the little bell icon so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. As always, I'm your host, Hannah Fletcher. You guys can follow me on socials at Hannah R. Fletcher. I'll see you guys in the next video.